Hello, everyone, and welcome to the first ever Phoenix Talk Show. My name's Thomas, and I will be hosting tonight. I am joined tonight by a very special guest. He is a friend of mine. He is a co-owner of his own clothing line, but we'll find out more about him very shortly. He is waiting on the side at the moment, so enough from me. Let's get him in and let's get this interview started. Right, guys. So Liam's now with me. I left him in limbo for long enough that I thought it would be time to actually bring him in. Just before he did come in, though, he did say to me he's just broken his ball. I don't know exactly what that means, but
I broke my stress ball because he's been stressing me out too much, leaving me in limbo, like you just said. So,
well, I mean, what can I say? I mean, it's the best place for you to be, really. So, Liam, you're a co-owner of your own clothing company with another person called Luke,
yeah,
who I will be interviewing at some point soon. But what brought around you to setting up a clothing brand and calling it Impact London?
well, I've known Luke through the modelling, Instagram, and we've known each other for quite a while. I guess naturally what brought us two mainly together was COVID. But then me personally, I wanted to stop working for other people. I wanted a way out because it was stressing me out. So somehow, just randomness, me and Luke got talking about wanting to create our own brand. And then COVID happened. And one night we just said, let's create our own brand, whether it's clothes or whatever it was at the time. And then it was just like two lads. You wouldn't expect it to happen. And we just said, let's do it. Let's go and create a clothing line. It might just be a 5-minute wonder. But then we happened to come up with the name Impact, which I believe it was me not taking full credit because we had to kind of like mix and match the whole name. I phoned him up at 2 a.m. and said, Luke, I just thought of it. I woke up and thought of the name Impact. And he's like, what? I was like, Impact, it means roughly you've been impacted by something in your life, whether it's mentally, physically, emotionally. We've all stuck in lockdown. None of us can move and all that sort of stuff. I went, just think of it because I'll forget it in the morning. Write it down, tweak it if you have to, and blah, blah, blah. He got back to me in the morning and said, why don't you call it Impact something, whether it's like, you know, like in London or wherever like it is now. And I was like, but it has to match. It has to go. You can't just randomly there. It took us days, weeks getting the logo right, the name matching. And then he said, you live in London. I was like, well, obviously. Not like we was being bantering each other. And he's like, why don't you just call it Impact London? Because it actually goes really well with each other.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, it sounds good. And then obviously it took, again, weeks coming up with the logo. And then we had to send it off to people, get the right designs, and then get to process all it. And then we started our first process of orders. But during lockdown, it was really hard because obviously we couldn't ship it and people couldn't order properly. So luckily there was a website that does it for us. And then coming out of lockdown, we managed to buy our first bulk order where we could ship it ourselves. But by then we managed to progress into what we have now. That's 4 years down the line now.
Wow, has it been 4 years already since Impact London started?
Shy of 4 years now, yeah.
Wow.
2020, roughly, it started. We created it, and then it's now 2024. It's about just shy of 4 years if you give and take the month or whatever we started it.
Yeah. And I remember buying stuff from yous when you first started out. I've actually still got somewhere one of the original first Impact white hoodies that was just printed on, but now it's all embroidered, isn't it?
All embroidered. We do have one or two things that are still printed, but it's more professionally done, not just a quick little move on. It's like it's proper, like you would get if you went to, say, JD Sports, like proper performance stuff, not just a quick little knockoff around the corner stuff.
And then today you've just released a whole lot of new stock.
Yeah, 6 new items. So 2 beanies, a reversible hoodie. This zip-up hoodie, conveniently, I didn't actually wear it just for this. I've actually just been wearing it all day today because obviously promoting it all day today. Joggers, another hoodie. So we're just growing slowly, but at a nice pace. People are starting to recognize us. People, different countries have ordered. We're in loads of different countries. So it's nice to have that support network in other places and from people that we don't know, and people like yourself who ordered from the day one and ordering today. So it's nice to have that continual support from people.
Yeah. And I think you starting during lockdown was probably the best time to do it because you could promote the business through TikTok, which you did, and through Instagram. And because people didn't really have day jobs to go to because we're all stuck in houses, constantly seeing the name Impact London on TikTok, when they came out of it, they instantly knew what the name was and what the brand was.
It was it was 50-50 to be fair, because it was easy, like you said, because TikTok back then was easy because people would duet the videos. They had nothing else to do other than to make videos. So every other video was either someone wearing our hoodie, or I would sit here live and just talk about what we're doing. So it was more easy, like you said, to promote it. But then it was harder because some people didn't have work.
Yeah.
So they didn't have the money to buy the hoodies. And so it was 50-50. So it's easier for us, like I said, to promote it. So like we've got new hoodies, new hats, new socks, new shoes coming out. And everyone like yourself who bought it could wear it every single day if you wasn't, obviously not working. But the ones you couldn't order. But now they're the ones that are now ordering, which is amazing. Yeah. And they are now ordering the good stuff, which is obviously, I'm not moaning about it, but they haven't seen us with the progression. So they're just going, oh, but this is like, but they haven't seen how what we used to give to what we have got. So they haven't seen the progression.
Yeah. So, and Impact London has come a long way since you started. I mean, the fan base alone is just incredible, and the fact that you're now doing a point scheme on the website as well, it's really good because it encourages people to come back and use those points to buy more Impact London stuff. So yeah, you've come a long way since then. At the end of the video, guys, I will get Liam to either post the link to Impact London, or I will put it in the description for everyone. All I'm going to say is, if you do order something from Impact London, make sure that your address is correct before you get it shipped. Not saying that anyone has ever done that.
So someone has ordered and they sent it to the wrong address, and it was in a different bottom of the country to the end of the top of the country. And then we had an email saying, can you sort this out, because I sent it to the wrong address. I'm not naming names, but we had to look at it, and there's like, how can you get the area and everything right, but the address wrong. So they ended up shipping it to the top of the country when they live at this. Like, I'm just like, oh, we get it all the time.
Yeah, it's easily done, but make sure you do check your address before you have things shipped. But Liam, let's get to know more about you.
What do you want to? What do you want to know?
Well, let's see. What's your biggest fear in life?
On what scale? Like, 'cause I hate snakes. So, like, what type of fear are we talking about?
Well,
I hate failing. I hate being that person that people look at and say he's a failure. I hate letting people down in some ways. Like, if I look at my family and friends, if I'm sick or not, I just get up and go still, because there's food to put on the table. You know, the kids still need clothes and stuff like that. So I still, like, you know, I've got to make 10 sales today to buy these shoes, for example.
I mean, it's kind of ironic that you said that about having to get up and go, because when you interviewed me on your channel, you asked me about well, we spoke about men getting ill, and like women saying that it's just man flu and we're overhyping it. But you just saying that there, that you still get up and go, do you ever take time just for yourself?
With me, you know, when I'm sick, like, I will hide away, as in I will just shut down. Everything about me shuts down. Like, I will just go to bed, or I would just come into my office, for example, or just hide away. If I've got a snotty nose or a little cough, like some people, and they're like, oh, I can't get out of bed. That's not me. Like,
no,
I'll still get up. I'll still come on live streams of tissue hanging out my nose, or, you know, it's got to be done. Like, at the end of the day, you just got to get up and to turn up, as I say. You just got to turn up.
Yeah.
You know, people know when I'm ill because I'm drained. Like, I'm physically like, and that's when people say you need your break, because I'm trying to please too many people or work too hard. I'm burning the candle in loads of different directions. I haven't thought about my mental health, my own well-being. I literally just crash.
Yeah. But on that, where you said about your own mental health, still to this day, there's still a stigma about men and mental health, and that men don't have mental health, and men can't cry, men can't go through depressed stages. Now, as someone who has set up a company that's to do with something that's impacted your life, do you agree with this whole stigma that men don't have mental health?
I cry. I've been through loads, and I've become epileptic after having 2 brain operations. So it's left me, like, with anxiety sometimes if I leave the house, if I'm going to have a seizure. Yeah. So yeah, there is. I will say it, because I was actually speaking to someone the other day about the same thing in my last interview. You know, there is some people that jump on the bandwagon who, like, for example, they had a bad day at work and they go home, oh, my mental health is so bad. No, you just had a bad day at work. Mental health, for example, is not getting out of bed, not eating for days, you know, not even looking at your phone, not even wanting to open the curtains, or scared that you're being chased by something, or you're scared of your own thoughts. That's mental health. Not just having a bad day and or feel ill, but like, oh, it's not everything's mental health.
No.
And men do suffer with it, but the thing is, because we as a society, people brand men as the alpha males, and we are defined to be the strong characters, that we are not allowed to show our emotions to our friends and families. And if you do, from the school age, like, oh, you're crying, you're a baby. Where I try to encourage my lot to say, look, if you can say something, just say it.
Yeah.
But it starts from a young age, and I also think the schools are also to blame, because the school educational system don't encourage mental health chats properly. They don't encourage children to feel their emotions. They just kind of like time out rubbish.
Yeah.
And then when it goes to secondary school and then jobs, that's when it all crumbles. And then when they come to the real world, it's like they're dead, basically. Put point blank, they're dead, because they don't know how to cry or talk or pick up a phone.
So on that, do you think schools could do more in terms of mental health and anti-bullying?
Yeah, they could do it more, obviously, in a school environment way, not just come in and say, rah, 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 full guns blazing, but they could do like more chats, really try to do, like, for example, seminars, like monthly seminars, for example, because there is kids at school that are suffering. It's just correct me if I'm wrong, there's kids at school now that that are trying to do transgender, they're trying to change their genders, or they're confused of who they want to be, but that is where they need to be spoken to. How do you feel? What is it you're feeling? But because they've got no one to talk to, and then they're being bullied about it, or whatever else you want to say, they're lost. And not like, and that's not me saying that's the wrong thing to do, because everyone's allowed a feeling. But if my boy came home and said, I want to be a girl or whatever, he knows he can talk. But if he's at school, there is no one really to talk to other than they just say, well, here's a book, read this leaflet. Like, what's a book or a leaflet going to do when, if he wants to sit there and just talk to you, where they just say, well, here's a book or a leaflet?
And I mean, when I was in high school, I was severely bullied all the way through high school. And in some ways it made me the person that I am today, but it left some very large scars. And this is what kids don't understand, that what they're doing to another child, it may seem like fun and jokes to them, but to the person receiving it will leave mental scars for the rest of their life. It makes them stronger, but they'll still have those memories of high school. And when it really frustrates me when I hear a school saying, oh, we're anti-bullying, we don't allow bullying whatsoever. But the kid that's being bullied, the second he stands up for himself,
he's the one that gets into trouble.
He's the one that gets in trouble. Yet you're an anti-bullying school. Well, how does that work? You're punishing the kid that's being bullied, and the bully gets away scot-free.
I've had this argument many times with the school that's my lot go to. We could go on for hours about that particular situation, but that's again, I get why I say the schools need to, when they have their teacher trainings, I call it, they need to talk about it, because they always have teacher trainings. What are you training to? What, to have a break? What are you training? like a new Microsoft update on your computer. I don't know, like, because there seems to be a lot of things going wrong at schools. But I could sit here all day and moan and groan about things, obviously, but we're not going to go down that because this is your podcast, and honestly, a load of people can have their say in the comments about the whole situation.
Yeah. So if you do have a opinion, or if you do have experience in what teachers actually get up to on these so-called training days, please comment down below what happens during these.
I would love to
know. Because we both absolutely love to know what actually happens during these training days. But Liam, one last question before we end for tonight. We started a prank war.
I'm actually still waiting for you. I'm still waiting for your prank.
Oh, trust me, it's coming. I'm just waiting on one more thing to arrive, and then it's finished. But how about you tell everyone the time that I sent you a lovely pillow that I told you umpteen times to keep away from your kids?
What happened was you sent me a pillow, and it's one of those bee pillows where if you rubbed it, it reveals a picture. So obviously it had a penis on it. I'm not going to go into too much, obviously racial things, but you know the meme, the big guy with the big willy. And I was not expecting it, so I rubbed it all out, and I laughed about it, and I sent it into Tom, and he said, "Don't show your kids." So I hid it. Next thing,
and what happened?
I've come downstairs the other day at one time, and one of my youngest, he's like, "Why is this willy out?" I was like, "What?" And I'll turn around, and he was holding the pillow with this penis hanging out on. I was just like, "Where did you get it from?" Like, under your bed. I was like, of all the places you could have looked. So I was like, Tom, obviously you found it funny because obviously I'm not going to moan. But I was like, Tom, he found the penis pillow.
When I seen that message, I was absolutely dying. I could not believe it.
I was a bit speechless when he come up to me and was like, "Why has he got? Why is his willy hanging out?" Sort of thing. I was just like, ah.
I mean, you were speechless. I mean, I was mortified that he found it.
I just genuinely didn't know what to say. He revealed it basically. Then a way of revealing it, I was just a bit like, whoa.
I mean, Liam did try and get me back for that, and he did order something that he thought was a brilliant idea, but turned out to backfire.
Only because you opened it the wrong way.
No. I'm not talking about that one. I'm talking about he ordered me a book thinking that it had 1,000 dick pics in it.
Oh, that one, yeah. I forgot.
However, Liam forgot to read the description of said book, and it turned out to be a notebook.
I forgot about that one.
Yeah, I know you did, didn't you?
I thought it was generally a dick pic book.
Unfortunately, it was just a notebook. So it came in use because I did actually use it when I was setting your quizzes for your Patreon group. So it came in use, I suppose, but just not the use that you was hoping it would that it would come in.
Well, the best one for me was a confetti cannon when you're still finding glitter a week later.
I'm still finding it now. I found some the other day on my bedside table. My bedside table's been cleaned God knows how many times since then. I'm still finding it on clothes that I've washed since then. It's everywhere. I cannot get rid of it.
That's why I thought I'd do it, because you really annoyed me. So I was like, I'm going to confetti cannon this bastard.
Honestly, I have a Manchester United hoodie.
You absolute scum.
And I'm still finding bits of confetti on that, and that's been washed, God, more than a dozen times, and I'm still finding it. It's like they use confetti that just congealed onto fabric.
The glue confetti.
Yeah. I'm just like, oh, Liam, I'm gonna get you back for that, because I'm still finding it everywhere, and it's frustrating because every time I see it, I'm like, I'm gonna get him. I'm gonna get him back.
Well, I'm still waiting for it, mate. Honestly, I'm
Yeah,
still waiting.
well, it's coming. Good things come to those who wait, and trust me,
Hurry up.
it's gonna go one or two ways. You're either gonna hate me or you're gonna laugh your head off.
You said that last time. I still hate you from the pillow. So,
but anyway, Liam, thank you ever so much for coming on.
It's a real pleasure.
Is there anything that you want to say before we end? Plug your channels or anything?
If anything, I would just say, speak out, be yourself. Don't let anyone tell you can't do anything in life. If you want to create a brand or a business or go on holiday, go and do it, because memories come and go. No, money comes and goes. Sorry, memories don't. So go and create those memories, where you can go to job tomorrow and make the money back. Where if you're sitting at home moping around, you're not making any memories of your friends or your families, or just or by your solo trips that people do these days. If you're just sitting around doing nothing, what are you actually doing in your life? So go and enjoy it. Like, you've only got one life, live it. That's all I can say to people, because I've had enough people tell me they hate themselves, or I'm fat, or this person called me this, or I hate my life. Well, if you hate your life, go and change it. That's not me being horrible. I know my brand says different, but I can't do anything about it when you're married to me. It's your path. You can change directions. You can knock down the hurdles. You've just got to mentally prepare yourself for a battle, or you know what I mean? You're the one that's got to change your path in life to make yourself happier. Talk to someone. Just get up and go. Book a holiday. If you know what I mean, you're the one that has to do it, not us, not people. That's all I can say to people. Go and enjoy life.
Yeah. And where can we find you on TikTok and YouTube?
My YouTube is Liam Franklin 9909. TikTok is just Liam Franklin Official. I will plug it in the comment sections if anyone is interested. If not, I'll let Thomas do all the plugins, because obviously you can properly at everything. But I'm just want to say thank you for letting me be on your podcast. It's a real pleasure, because it's not often I talk and open up about myself.
Yeah.
So again, it comes back to the whole men talking, because I'm normally just a giggly person, then I just go and hide in the corner. As you do know, I'm actually quite a reserved person, so to even get that conversation out of me was quite a big thing. So if anyone does talk, just chat. Even if it is just a friend on the phone, just chat to your friends.
Yeah, definitely. Well, Liam, thank you ever so much for joining, and I'll look forward to having you back on the channel at some point in the future.
Just message me when, man. Let me know.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, everyone. If you've got any ideas of shows that you would like to see, or if you're wanting to get involved yourself, please feel free to comment down below, or head over to TikTok. I will put it in the description below. Drop me a message and I will arrange to get you on the show. But for now, from myself and Liam, thank you ever so much, and we'll see you again on the next one.
See you later.